let's see. I got to figure this out, guys. So hold on. Swipe. Okay, I see. Okay. I'm trying to make sure I can see chats and shit. Now I got it. Coco, I got it facing the wrong way. There, now I can see better. Oh, it was too bright. Move over. Come on, move. Move down a little bit. Oh, Coco Bean. Hello, everybody. Let's see. Let's try to see how to do that. I'm going through Prism today, so it's going to be a little bit different. I'm used to going through YouTube now, not going through Prism. But I wanted to hit Facebook too. So, on here, distressing news from home. So we'll talk about that. Wait till some people get in here. Hi, Cry 96 Tears. Today is going to be a talk. I'm going to try not to rant because I got my own views on this one and they're really strong. Okay, really strong views that I have on this. So I'm going to try not to rant. But found out that back home in Goshen, Indiana, where I'm from, that they are, and I say they. Who is they? They is the Republicans. The Republicans want to give illegals driver's license. It blows the mind. I've been warning people back home about this. Hi, sweetheart. A while back, I had Dan Holtz, who is the GOP chairman of Elkhart County GOP. And he let me know that he wanted to give illegals driver's licenses in order to get the Hispanic vote. It was all about the votes. Hi. Yep, they're rhinos, yes. That's what are typically called rhinos. At this point, I don't give a shit about the parties, but I expected the Democrats to give illegals driver's licenses. The sellouts, fucking GOP, and I tried to warn people back home, nobody listens. Well, here you go. You should have listened to me back then, huh, guys? Now it's going to take Herculean efforts. If I was back home, I would be at Dan Holtz's business protesting. I would be outside the GOP when they had their meetings. I would be every fucking where these people are. My what is she? She's my rep, Joanna King. She owns JoJo's Pretzels downtown. There would be big protests at JoJo's Pretzels. Votes. Money, power, money. Yes, it's all about the vote. It has nothing to do with you. It has nothing to do with me. It has nothing to do with America. It has to do with the endless, never endless battle between the Republicans and the Democrats for power and votes. And we're all caught in the middle and we're getting screwed. Oh yeah, but this is in Goshen, Indiana. Goshen, Indiana. Indiana. Conservative red state, right? Mm-hmm. Giving illegal. They already have ID cards in Goshen. They already gave them ID cards so they could get all the public assistance that they need. They could go in and get housing and all that. Now, we got to make sure they can get to their jobs that they're illegally working at. So we need to make sure they can illegally drive. No, we got to make sure they can legally drive. Because that's what's safest for us. That's their excuse. It's safe for you citizens if we give the illegals driver's license, because then they would be insured. And, you know, no, give them a plane ticket home. That would make me safe. Just saying. Now I'm ranting. today because I am so pissed at people back in fucking Indiana that didn't listen to me. I'm mad at you guys. Especially all you so sick and worried about my soul and whether I'm a fucking Christian and telling me how this country can't survive and I can't have morals, but you can't even stand up to the GOP there in your own place. You can't stand up about the shit that really matters. My soul is my business, and everybody else's souls are their business. But you know what is everybody's business here? The safety of this country. That's what's important, because you're not going to have a country to worry about the morals of if you don't take care of letting illegal citizens come or illegal aliens come into our country willy-nilly, and we just have to keep them and just let them go. No. Being American means something. Being a citizen means something. And you give up stuff to be a part of this society. I was born. I was lucky. I was lucky to be born with a birthright. And you're stripping my birthright if you're giving illegals driver's license. If you're just letting people come into my country illegally. Fix the way to get in. I know it's hard. And I know we need to make things easier. And we need to fix our immigration system. But that does not mean you just give these illegals every fucking thing. No. That's not the way it happens. Not the way it happens. You can try to convince me, but I don't think it'll work. This is our country. We are not going to have a country to worry about whether kids are going to drag shows or anything like that. You're not going to be worried about that. You want to know why? Because you won't have a fucking country. When everything is free for everybody, we're in a one world society. When borders don't matter, we're in a one world society. I'm not going to live in a one world society. I like my country. I dropped my thing. I gotta find my... Where'd it go? Did it go over here? Where did it go? Go. All right, I dropped my little thingy, but y'all be... Here, get up. Come on, I think it was right under you. What'd you see? Huh? Help Lori find it. Where'd it go? What do you think, huh? Oh, you guys, I can't find it if you're both in my face. Where did you go? All right. I do not know how I did this. How I lost this already. Look at the thing came off the top of my... And I was just sitting right here. Now, how could it go any further? Where did it roll off to, little lady? Let's see. Just a second. I got to find this thing. I got to smoke if I'm going to be mad. Where did it go? I see. Don't you jump on me. God dang it. Did it get caught up in here? Oh, I got to find this thing. What the fuck? How do I lose shit like that? I can't find the top to this. I was sitting right here and it fell towards Coco.
I see it right now.
Where is it?
Not even outside.
Where's it at?
It's underneath that blue.
Under the blue
swinger.
thing? Oh, there it is. Okay. I was like, man, it fell down and then it just like disappeared. Okay. Okay. They've already done this shit in California. They've already done this in California where they have given them driver's license, illegals driver's license. And what's that next fucking step? You know what? They've already said this back home. They live here. They have a right. They have a right and a voice. So they get to vote. No, they don't. This is my country. I'm a citizen. You don't get to vote in my country. My country. Our country. You don't get to vote if you're not a citizen. I don't care if you're here illegally. And my politicians want to keep you here illegally, which in my opinion is treason of the highest level. Why don't we just get rid of our politicians that think our borders don't matter? It doesn't legalize them. Oh, it just makes them know the rule. Shelley, so what happens to all those American citizens? They lose their licenses, and you know what they do? They get on little fucking mopeds. They're all over Indiana. They get on a moped because they don't have a driver's license. They find another way to work. Here's a point. Illegals don't belong here in the first place to have to drive or work. There's a reason it's called illegal. You're not supposed to be here. It's against the law. You are not a citizen here, and you did not come here the correct way. You snuck into my country. You snuck in here, and you're stealing my shit. And what? So somebody comes into your house, starts taking your stuff, and the politicians say, you know what? Let's give you some more. No. Oh, I bet we have more. See, that's what you discounted me, Sarah. Because you put me in that fucking box because I was against 1776. I'm against them because I'm against pedophiles. I'm against pedophiles, and I'm against people lying and cheating people out of their money. But I goddamn believe in a lot of the shit that they said they were standing for. And one of them is these fucking borders. There's a reason why there's borders. There's a reason why this is the United States of America. Its citizens need to require our politicians to protect us. Oh, yes, Shelley, there are so many people that need to learn better roadways, and that's not what this is about. This is not about making the roads safer for American citizens. I mean, honestly, let's just be honest. This is not about making us safe. If my politicians want to make me safe, let me tell you how to do it. Stop letting illegals come across the border. There you go. You won't have a problem with them driving around because they won't be here. And you know what one of their excuses was? We don't want to make the illegals feel unsafe. Well, sorry. I do want to make the illegals feel unsafe. They should be afraid of being arrested and sent back to their country. Yes. They should feel unsafe. In country, if you're doing something illegally, you should not feel safe to be just driving down the road, tootly doodly doodly, and if the police pull you over, you get in trouble. American citizens that break the law have to worry about being unsafe from the police. But apparently, if you're illegal, the world's your oyster here in America. Yes, it's money. And let me tell you what, it's not all the GOPs. You say that, Shelley, here's the bad part. Biden made it legal, right? Okay. Guess who's doing it back home in Goshen, Indiana? Goshen, Indiana, Elkhart County, Indiana is a sanctuary city. They already had ID cards. They want to abolish ICE. They want no borders. And they love the illegals there. We are now half Hispanic because we let illegals work in our factories. We let illegals come. We give them ID cards. We school their children. We give them the ID cards, let them get our social services. They can rent. Now that's not enough. Now we got to make sure that they have a driver's license so they can get to work. Let me tell you, it's the GOP. It's the GOP. Don't blame the Democrats no more. It's not the Democrats. It's the GOP. The GOP is screwing you for fucking votes. They're screwing you. And I'm going to tell you a personal fucking story about it. His name is Dan Holtz. He's the chairman, the GOP chairman of Elkhart County. You want to know what he told this little ear right here? Personally? I will tell you. I told him, I said, I met him after a meeting one night. We were talking. And I said, we really got to get the Hispanics into politics and into the voting, right? And it's something that I had been wanting to do. There's a language barrier there. So, dude, can you hear me? Because like that I can't listen to that and me. If you could just turn it down a little, because it just distracts me. I can't talk. He literally, okay, so I was telling him, I'm gonna get back to it. It was after a meeting with school parents that I'd helped organize, and I told him, I said, he had said some stuff about the Hispanic community, and it interested me, and I said, I am all in it. I'm all in it if you want to try to reach the Hispanic community around here. And I got ideas, you know, and I'm like, the language barrier is a big deal, okay? If you have a language barrier, you can't communicate. If you can't communicate, where do you go from there? Nowhere. So I was like, I really was interested to hear what he had to say, being the chairman of the GOP. His idea was to give illegals driver's license. I was like, what? And he's like, yeah. He said, they paid attention to some polling that they had done. And it said that Hispanic voters wanted job security and such. And so they took that, the GOP, took that. And they decided that what they needed to do with that was to get the Hispanic vote, that they would give the illegals driver's license so they could get to work. And that would get the Hispanic vote. I told him, no way. I said, I will oppose you on that at every fucking turn. I said, there's a much better way to reach the Hispanic community. You want to know what the Republicans need to do back at home to reach the Hispanic community? They need to learn the fucking language or get an interpreter. But you find someone so that you can speak back and forth. A way to speak back and forth. Then you go into the community and you talk to the people. And you let them know that your party actually stands for the values that they want. Because you look at the people coming in. Let's just look at the people coming in like back home, okay? It's the Hispanic, it's the Mexican community. And a lot of them are, what's the religion? It's Christianity, but the Pope, God damn, Catholic. They're Catholics and stuff. They have a lot of the same values. I mean, they have very good family, very strong family values and such. Why not go to them and let them know we will support that? We want what you want. We will fight for you. But instead, we'll give you freebies if you vote for us. We'll give you freebies if you vote for us. And that's what's gotten us in this trouble in the first place. You have different ideas of what illegal immigrants are. What do you think an illegal immigrant is? I consider an illegal immigrant is somebody that comes into this country that is not supposed to be here. And they illegally come in here. Illegal immigrant. I'm not worried about our federal government as much anymore, honestly, guys. It's the friggin' little governments. Everybody wants to worry about Biden. Stop worrying about Trump and Biden so much. You know who you need to worry about? Your mayor. Mayor Jeremy Stutzman of Goshen, Indiana, is giving illegals driver's license. That's who you need to worry about. The city council GOP, 4-3, they run that. Those people are all voting for this shit. Blake Dorio, Senator Blake Dorio, Shame on you, sir. Shame on you. Shame, shame, shame. You are the biggest fucking disappointment. You are a disappointment and a disgrace. At one point, I thought you were a decent man who cared about this country. But I'm going to tell you, sir, you need to step the fuck down. Because I am tired of you. You are a weak, spineless piece of shit. And you don't deserve to represent the people. Same for Joanna King. You are run by Dan Holtz. He's got his hand up your back and you're nothing but a fucking mouthpiece puppet. And you people are not going to destroy my country. It is time, and I am speaking to the people of Goshen, Indiana, and Elkhart County. Stand the fuck up, or you are going to lose your country. Stand the fuck up. You need to go to their businesses. You need to go to their GOP meetings. You need to protest outside their homes. These people should not be left alone. These politicians should not be left alone. Jose Miller of the Goshen Police Department, fuck you. Fuck you. And Sean Turner, fuck you pieces of shit. Wanting to give illegals driver's license and destroying this country. Take that badge off. You don't deserve to wear it anymore. Sean Turner, you told me that you felt disgraced by your uniform, that you were no longer proud to wear your uniform. Well, you're the assistant chief of police. So shame the fuck on you. If you aren't proud of that uniform, it's because you are not proud of yourself. You have done things that have made you ashamed. So get the fuck out of the police station then. You don't deserve to run it. This is America, and we don't have to let treasonous people ruin our country. You hear the rant? You hear the anger? That's what you need, people of Goshen, Indiana, and of America. You need to be angry. They are screwing us. Screwing us. They let them come in the border and come across, and then they what? Send Governor Abbott. Governor Abbott plays fucking bullshit politic games and throws them over to fucking somebody else's backyard and thinks that's, woo, he did big theater piece. We're getting screwed by the Democrats and the Republicans, and we're not going to have a country to fight over anymore. We will not have a country. You won't have a place to worry about your children anymore. Somebody somewhere else will determine everything for you. Your little one world government. That's right. Legal people come through the fucking front door. Illegals sneak in the back door. You don't have to sneak in if you're doing it the right way. And we need to fix the right way. Don't get me wrong. I am not anti-immigrant. And I'm sick as hell of people acting like people who don't want people here illegally are anti-immigrant. I am not anti-immigrant. This country was based on immigrants. We were made of immigrants. Oh, vote, vote, vote. I am so sick of fucking, yes, we have to vote. But we are so screwed. They take away our vote before we even get the chance to do it. No, I'm not in Indiana, Leah. No, I'm out now. I'm in Texas. Abbott has deep pockets. Yes, fire under their feet. See, I don't care what color a state is. Slug bug. I am so anti-Republican an anti-democrat. I don't like them, either of them. Either of them. I don't care if a state is blue or red anymore. It's just the two pieces of shit, the same the same piece of shit, two different colors. That's all it is. A red piece of shit or a blue piece of shit. How about the American people? Oh, the deep pocket, slug bug, you got it. The ones that are fucking us, there's two different kinds of politicians, guys. Okay? There's the grassroots, okay, that somebody that is getting the little people are donating. They're going out and they're knocking on doors and they're putting in the work, and people are a little bit, $5, $10, $50 at a time. They're getting their money and they're trying so that they can run for office. That's the people we need to start getting in office. That's the people we need to start voting in. Problem is, here's the problem. Establishment, big money politicians on both sides. I'm not even going to say a party because it's on both parties. The establishment has big money, deep pockets. And they have, our interests are not at their heart because they are beholden to the money and the votes. And they're career politicians. They want a career in this shit. We're fucked. Because before they take out grassroots so that we don't even have them on the option to vote for them. Yeah, I know, we got to vote. So how does it get fixed? I don't have all the answers. I don't know. That's the thing, we're so sick of it. But they don't hear it, Shelley. They don't hear it. And if we don't let them know how sick of it we really are, we're going to lose our country. Think 1776 on fucking steroids. I mean, think of me and my going out with a sign and all this yelling and going to DC. Think of that on steroids with hundreds of thousands of us, millions of us. We should all be standing up to this shit. They should not have. You're a Republican, go to your GOP and you start demanding that they don't do this. Demand. Yes, Wendy, it's all about money. And I'm honest, I don't understand enough about our fucking political system. I just don't. To sit and talk about politics with all these big words and knowing. I know I'm an American. I know there's a right way to come in. And I know that they're letting illegals into our country. I know that big money is running shit because I've been watching these people. 17 states. New York. It's just sickening to me. It's treason. Can you see it as anything other than treasonous? And they do it with a fucking smile on their faces. It's time to take a stand. It's time to take a stand. You think I was pissed off about the pedophiles living with kids? That was really, really personal to me. This shit is really personal to me. This is my issue. This is the issue I've been pissed off about for many, many years. See, you know what? It is not out of our hands. It is not out of our hands. It is not out of our hands, JR. No, it's never out of our hands. Never. It's time to make politicians afraid of doing the wrong thing again. It's time to make politicians afraid of doing the wrong thing again. Somebody reminded me today that we used to tar and feather politicians back in the day. And there was a reason for that. It was a public fucking humiliation for them to get tarred and feathered, right? And left out there. Yeah, there was a reason for that. Because once you piss off enough of the fucking people, go tell them to eat cake, eat the shit, eventually they get pissed off. I know, chill, there's so much out there. There's so many issues. But this one, you realize what's after the license. They vote. How are you going to let people who are not even citizens of the United States of America vote in the lawmakers? Yeah, slug bug. I think Barry was kind of talking on that a little bit about how even like he's like considers himself the Democrat Party. I don't mean to speak for him, but and that he said that the parties have changed. Yes, they have, and that's why conservatives call these Republicans rhinos, because the Republicans are now pushing what used to be Democrat policies and bills and all this, and they're now starting to act like the Democrats of old. So I think that's why they call them the rhinos and all that. The thing is I'm so tired of people acting like we don't have a right to borders and we don't have a right to, our country not having the illegals here. Come on. Everybody, every country is allowed, every country protects their borders. Duh. It's like protecting your house. Of course you do. Duh. I'm not some extreme person that I want to fucking protect my borders. It's like getting mad at people because they want to protect their house. The slug bug, yes, the whole Republican Party are rhinos. By that definition, Republican in name only, yes, that is the right term for most of the Republicans, what Republican used to stand for. They are definitely not conservative Republicans anymore. See, me too. Okay, Catholics support illegals. See, that was the thing. I never understood that. Why don't you, this isn't about like the illegals, but like I didn't understand why the GOP, if you want the Hispanic vote, go to the Hispanic people and let them know that you will promote and defend the values that they have for their families, that they want, the reason they came here in the first place. I think everybody is being, both Republicans and Democrats, no matter which party you're in. This is for both parties. I just get mad at the Republicans because I'm more aligned with the Republicans before. I always kind of voted Republican and stuff, but I never was a Republican. But that was just the options I had, was Republican and Democrat. Yes, it's all in the direction of a one world order. Yes, we will not have a country anymore. No. I say no. You can't have my country. Yes, even the Hispanics. See, that's disingenuous to say Hispanics want. I've talked to Hispanic people who are actually came in the right way, and they're pissed off as hell. The people who came here the right way, a lot of them are really mad. They're mad that now all of a sudden that we're giving everything for free to people while they had to work for it. They had to come in the right way. It took them years and lots of money and stuff. And then now everybody's just willy-nilly getting in. No, they recognize that also that this country will not be here anymore. The reason they came here they get away from that shit and come here, and now we're changing this to the shit that they came from. They are very pissed off, chilled. No, not one person that can stop it. Nope, I don't believe that. He may be the president, but that does not make him supreme ruler. That does not make him supreme ruler. Right now, I don't believe that. Nope. Trixie. Why do people vote Democrat like that? You say in the inner cities because they failed them for years. It's like I try to tell people vote not because they agree with everything that the people do. It's just that they align more. Like, it could be one issue. It could be their issue is abortion. Their issue is the border. Their issue, whatever their issue is, that party aligns with it. And so they vote them in because they more align with one side or the other. And because Republicans don't serve the social issues. Republicans don't really serve the social issues, and that's like the Democrat thing. And yes, because they smooth talk them and they give them freebies too. Asylum seekers want to work. There are a lot of people that said Americans. Yes, and Chihuahua Files, we have got to find a way. See, my problem is that we're fighting over border walls. Our politicians are fighting over border walls and all that. Why are we not fixing the problem in the first place? Fix it so people can come in the right way. Legally. Make it easier. Okay, we can't help everybody. We just can't. We cannot let in everybody that wants to come in. But we need to make it easier. We need to make the full amount that we can to help prioritize people who are coming from, I feel, prioritize people who are coming from like asylum seekers and stuff like that. Yes. One world order, government rules. Yes, the government takes our money and then they dish it out the way they want. They want everyone equally poor. Absolutely. You got it right, slug bug. Yeah, it's chilled. I'll tell you. I've noticed that the Republicans are like the money people, right? Like they're the tightwad. The one that watches the money all the time. They're always worried about the money. They want to save the money, right? And the Democrats are like, yeah, we'll print more money. Here you go. Here you go. Here you go. We'll print more. We want to help. We want to help. And I'm not dishing either one. Both are too extreme for me. I kind of think we need a mixture of both. We need someone who wants, it's like a husband and a wife or whatever, you know, you got your couple, you got your parents, and you got one that's really good with the money and one that just always, woo, let's go have fun and spend the money. That's how I see the Republicans and the Democrats. One's kind of one extreme, one's kind of the other extreme. And together, hopefully, they can make our country so that we don't overspend the money, but we're not so tight-wadded that we don't spend the money where we need to spend it. That's just how my own little personal observation. Oh, and you should hear the Republicans back home. Dan Holtz from the GOP chairman, he likes to spout about, he's so condescending like Wizzy. He likes to spout, well, you all will never get a third party going. You need to go with the Republican Party because it's just too much work and you people aren't willing to work. You independent people aren't willing to work and it takes lots and lots of work. That's what he says. He condescends to us. And yes, we get more and more in debt. Yes. The Democrats need to learn. You don't give away stuff when you ain't got it. If you ain't got it, you don't give it. Okay? America is a very giving country and very giving people. We do like to help out other countries. I fully believe that because I know I do, and everybody else I talk to, they do. We feel for the people who are coming from bad situations. What happens though, you can't make it them or us because how dare me choose me? I'm sorry that there are wars. I'm sorry that there's famine. I'm sorry that people let their governments get so shitty that they now live in socialist countries that are pieces of shit and they don't want to be there no more. And so they have to leave because it's so bad. I'm sorry, and I will help. I think as a country, we should help as many people as we can. But just like I do in my own personal life, I help where I can. I help when I can. But I can't give you what I don't have. And I have to take care of my own and myself first. Oh, it's not that they don't work, James. Not that independents don't work. It's that they don't want to work hard enough to make a party. And they don't want to have to work hard enough to do the politician stuff. And that they just not willing to put in all that extra time like he is, you know. And it does take a lot of work. And I'm realizing that. It takes a lot of work, man. It's not just going to a protest or whatever. Y'all, if you want to know whose fault this is, I'm looking at me right now, okay? And I'm talking to me because this is my fault. And it's your fault. Because we didn't go to city council meetings. We didn't go to city council meetings. Shame on us. County commissioner meetings, county council meetings. Every Monday morning, there's a county commissioner meeting. Every 2 weeks, there's a city council meeting in Goshen, Indiana. Nobody's ever there. There's just a few little people that are there. They don't hear you. You know what the Republicans tell me back home, the politicians that I talk to back home, you know what they tell me about y'all that support them? I'm talking to the Republicans now. The Republicans are bitching about you because this is what they tell me. The city councilmen that I've talked to, they say, but Lori, the people don't tell us what they want us to do. They don't tell us beforehand, and then they just get all mad when we do something they don't like. And then it's too late. Let them know. If constitutional Republicans walked away and started a new party, they would be a force to reckon with. We've been relaxed for way too long. It's our fault because we didn't speak up. Bitching. I'm sorry, guys. I mean, I know I'm doing this on social media, but just going on social media and putting a meme on Facebook and bitching on Facebook a little bit, that's not enough. Your politicians don't hear you bitching on Facebook. There's no politician going to watch this. Hopefully, I'm reaching some people with my voice. So if you're not willing to stand up and protest or stand up and put your face and your name out there and start telling people and start going to these meetings, because I did my time, I went to the meetings. They're boring as fuck, but you gotta go. You gotta start knowing your politicians and letting them know what's coming up. Start paying attention. If you can't go to the meetings, pay attention to what's coming up. Listen to people like me that go to the meetings and live stream them for you, or that come back and tell you what's going on. You got to start doing it. You've got to start emailing. You've got to start calling. Right now in Goshen, Indiana, Elkhart County, Blake Dorio, Senator Blake Dorio, Joanna King, Representative Joanna King, Mayor Jeremy Stutzman, the 4 city councilmen. Ah, boy, if I could only remember all your names. I'll get it. It's better in person. Yes, it's always better in person, but Facebook ain't going to do it no more. Facebook ain't going to do it no more. You got to start calling, emailing, writing letters, going to meetings and speaking up, having your voice heard. If you don't say it, nobody hears it. And sometimes you got to keep saying it. I warned people about this a long time ago, and now it's coming to fruition. I warned y'all a long time ago that the GOP chairman, Dan Holtz, told me that he needed the votes, and he was going to give illegals driver's license. Nobody seemed all that upset at the time. You're all going to be really upset now. When you're going to throw a party when Sheila Jackson Lee retires. More power in state elections. Yeah, I used to get all involved in the federal shit. I watched all this stuff about the federal. Oh, blah, blah. Ain't nobody listening to Lori Arnold about the federal government. But I can be in my community and start going to meetings and stand on the side of the road with a sign. And guess what? It changes the game a little bit. Imagine if you did that and your neighbor did that and the next person did that, and if you all went and did it. you'd make a change. Make a change. And if you make changes in our little corners of America, we're going to make a change in America. We will change America. Nothing changes if you don't speak up. If you just sit back, it will happen and you will not be happy. You won't even have a fucking country to live in anymore. You'll have somebody in another part of the world determining what you do in your country because you'll be living under a one world government. And I honestly think that it is literally treasonous what our government is doing. Treason. And I'm going to go get some more pop while y'all talk about it. Treasonous bastards. Might smoke some weed too. I just saw it. Coco, what are you doing? Come on. Get over here. There we go. Okay, got my pop. Homeowners are... In case y'all haven't figured it out, our government does not like us. Our government does not like us. They are not for us. Our government is not for us at all. Our government is against us right now. They are for themselves. Wouldn't sell. Amish wouldn't sell chemicals. I'm from Amish country. And you know, the thing that keeps getting thrown back at people who believe in borders and shit is that we're anti-immigrant. Nothing could be further from the truth. Yeah, they're for our money. They're for their own power, Wendy. They want their power, and they will say what they have to say. They will do what they have to do. They're liars. They're David Riddells. They lie to people. They're 1776. They lie and act like they're serving our interests, but they're not. They're lying to us. No more. No more lying. No more cheating the American people. And I'm talking to both fucking parties. I'm sick of it. We're foobarred. I haven't heard that word in a long time. Foobarred. We are foobarred. I know you're talking about something else, but we are foobarred. I'm not going to get into all the other things our government's doing to us, but right now, this illegal thing is just, it's getting way fucking out of hand. And I don't need to go to the border to know what's happening. We know what's happening. What's been happening. Huh. We know it. All those people coming across the border, all those people coming. We have American citizens trying to get people to come up to America and come across illegally. Berkeley County's, groundwater is contaminated. Oh, I didn't know that. I bet that shit that 76 threw all over the ground so that we couldn't protest there, that white substance that killed all the grass, I bet that wasn't very good for the soil either. What do I think of DC? Oh, mama won. Okay. What do I think of DC allowing illegals to vote in elections? What do you think I think? That's bullshit. You can't vote if you are not a fucking citizen. Oh, from the okay, Sterling, gotcha. Okay. Berkeley, oh wow, already is contaminated. Yeah, that whole thing is another whole story about fucking the chemical spill in Ohio. And if you want to see anything on Ohio, media blackout media news, I think is the name of it. America 2.0. If you guys remember him, he's covering that. He lives out there, and he's actually I was so proud of America. America went and protested. One person with a sign. America went and protested. Good job, dude, about the Ohio derailment. He's been investigating that. So if you want to check that out, I'm going to give him a plug. It was Media Blackout News, or Blackout Media News. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. But, yeah, check him out because he's been doing some investigating. He's worried about his own safety, and we've got friends out there. Von Michelle lives out there. Been a little worried for her and her doggies and her mom because they live out there. And okay, but I'll get back to this. But I just wanted to give a shout out if you guys are interested in that. That's somebody to follow. No one should let an illegal vote in this country. Period. Yep. That help by Biden. Oh. Oh, we're all going to suffer from that chemical burn. We are all going to suffer from that. It spreads. That kind of shit doesn't just happen and it's just that little town. No, because we have wind and so, I mean, you know how it works. They aren't telling people the truth up there. Most unions do seem to vote Democrat. I'm on the fence on unions. Well, I'm more anti-union, honestly, just because of what unions have become. They kind of just seem like they're mob things. And I've actually seen companies where you have union workers. If you've ever had to try to do anything and union workers are involved, it's a whole process. Like, you can't get people, they can't work at this time and they don't have to do this. And they can literally do all kinds of really bad shit and not even get fired just because they're union. So there's problems with unions, but I understand why unions were made, because you have to unite to protect your interests. So Chernobyl. Oh, really? No, they're not contained. Yeah, I know, Wendy. They're not contained. Our government does not have our best interests in mind. When your government tells you they're doing something for your best interest, that's when you need to question them. Because our government does not care about us. And it's very clear that they don't even care about this country. They really only care about themselves and their own self-interests. Yeah, Slugbug, you're absolutely right. I do think our government is after us. Mm-hmm, yep. Yeah. Whether they actually want to destroy us, no. I don't think, every politician just wants to kill us off. I don't think that's true. But I do think that they have their own self-interest, and they will sell you and have sold you out. And they will push whatever big money and big business want them to push. They're sellouts. They've sold you out. Democrat, Republican, you have been sold out. How many Democrats have I heard bitch and moan about how they thought when Biden came in that all this shit was going to change for they got promised all kinds of shit and they're not getting it, right? It's the same as what the Republicans do. Why don't they just try to, instead of just doing one party's best self-interest, try to do what's best for all of us? They checking the Ohio River right now. Do you guys want to talk about the Ohio thing? I don't know a lot about it, so that's why I haven't really said too much. I don't know all the specific details and everything, but I know that what you guys are talking about there with the Ohio River right now. I used to live on the Ohio River. Where was that? Trying to think where I used to live in Ohio. Hey, do you remember the name of where I told you? Mentor. Does that sound? I think it was Mentor, Ohio. I think that's right. Yeah, Mentor, Ohio. I used to live in Mentor, Ohio, right off in a high-rise building right on the Ohio River. Mentor, Ohio. And it's beautiful. Go out there and go boating and shit. But I didn't live there very long. But yeah, nice river. So it's wonderful. So they, screen up the river. And the Mississippi. Yes, depopulation. I'm not going to get into all the other stuff about how they've tried to harm us and depopulate us that I believe. But let's just talk here. You think about the border, dude. The border. The border's a big one. Because we won't have a country anymore. There's no, anybody can come in. Anybody can come in. Anybody can work. Anybody can live here. Anybody can vote here. Whose self-interest now? Whose interests are going to be put forward? That's why you got to go local. You got to start getting involved locally because you need to push your self-interest in your area. If you live out in the country, you have different interests than people who live in the city. So you need to go to your local government officials and and the schools and everything. Make it what you want. What's good for you there. It's not biodegradable. They arrested a reporter there, huh? I thought I saw something about that. America was worried about that. That he had been talked to by police, and once he got a sign and went out there, he said that I saw where he said that he had a lot of police interest in him. And he was a little worried about that. He's been told that he had to leave and stuff, different places when he was investigating the train derailment and all that burning and shit. He was around there, you guys. I'm in the right state now, yeah. I don't know. They need to legalize weed here. I was saying I'm gonna just next time I see a police officer, I'll be like, hey, here's my bag of weed. Don't worry. It identifies as an illegal alien. It's okay. It's allowed here. Matter of fact, can I please have its food stamps? I need food stamps for my weed because it identifies as a illegal alien. They let illegal aliens in Texas, but they don't let the weed in. Go figure. I did see Governor Abbott they're trying to push through something so that the cities can decide, individual cities can decide in Texas about weed, about marijuana, and whether they'll be able to like sell it or recreationally sell it, and it'll be up to Governor Abbott though to actually pass it, which I doubt he will. unless people really give them a hard time about it. But it's ridiculous. Again, not in our self-interest. Oh, oops, which way am I going here? I'm going the wrong way. All right, let me see what you're saying there. He was yelling at the governor. Oh, really? And tax the shit out of it, yeah. And I'm going to say this because I want to bring this up because it's important, and it's about the border and the illegals and all that. I do understand, unfortunately. They do. They want a country. They want a country that's not a country. They don't want our country anymore. They are literally refuse to fix anything or work together to fix anything. DACA. How long has DACA been a problem? Why has it not been taken care of? Why do they keep putting it off? Do you know when you put a problem off and you put it off and you put it off and you put it off, it doesn't go away. And most of the time it gets bigger and bigger and bigger so stop, deal with it. We made that problem. Once you let people, hi, sweetie. We got cutie. Say, I'll guard dog the house. I say, you guard dog the country, won't you, buddy? Huh, Shadow? You guard dog everything. They just keep putting these issues off. We made that problem. You let illegal people in, they have kids here. They're born here. So now they're American citizens, right? So we give them citizenship, right? I mean, the whole thing. Fix it. And let's move on. The answer is not to just ignore it and let the problem get bigger. No, fucking fix it. Y'all made the problem, politicians. Now fucking fix it. We have to learn that it's okay to say no. It's okay to say no. Don't be a slutty country. Learn to say no. Sometimes you can't help. Sometimes you can't give it away. Sometimes you can't give it away for free, buddy. Sometimes you can't. No. Sit there. Yeah, good boy. Stay there. we do put these kids in a bad position. These kids are being put in a bad position, let me put it that way. Where you have people like that come in and they're allowed to live here illegally, man. And then what do we do? We have the consequences of that. They have children, they have families. And who wants to see families torn apart? And I mean, it's a whole problem, and we have to figure it out, and we can't just keep ignoring it. And nobody's going to be happy 100%, you know? I used to be really super hardline on all that. I know I sound hardline, but I'm not. I used to be really fucking hardline. And then I realized that we caused a lot of these problems ourselves. And, you know, I've talked to a lot of people, and I've heard what they had to say. And I get that we have to fix some shit. But I'm just in an uproar that the way they want to fix it is just, we'll just let them in. And while as long as they're here, they might as well have driver's license and vote and get free health care and get free their kids education. Whoa! Where in this world are you allowed to go into a country illegally and then they will just take care of you and you get to vote? Are you fucking kidding me? Where? Is there a country that does that? I want to know, because I've never heard of a country like that. Even Mexico, if I were to go down to Mexico and try to go across illegally, would I be able to just live there and get whatever I wanted from them? Would I get to vote? No, I would not. So there's a live video. That's crazy. There's just so much shit going on right now in our country, because honestly, like I said, all these politicians, they've screwed us so much. And it's not just one group of people that they've screwed. It's we the people. All of us. They're screwing us. Because we're not going to have we're not going to have a country anymore. And that means something to me. And I tried to look that up today, what nationalist meant. Because I hear that as a bad term. Nationalist. And I always thought, well, what does that really mean? You know, and I'm trying to figure that out. It sounded like the term, the definition that I got off Google was that a nationalist is somebody who thinks that their country is superior to others. Excuse me. And I was kind of like, well, yeah, I mean, not superior, like as in we're superior humans or anything, but I think that my country's the best country and greatest country. I love my country. I'm pretty proud of my country. Even the shit show it is, I still love my country. Still think it's the best out of all of them. So I was like, well, am I a nationalist? And then I started reading it more, the definition, and it was saying that but it's used, the nationalism is that belief used to the detriment of other countries, to hurt other countries and stuff. That's not me. I don't want to hurt other guys. I want to help other people. I think that the beauty of America was we were so great. We are so great. People want to come here for the freedom that we have. We have to hold on to that, or there'll be no place for people to come to here anymore. People come here for a reason, because it is a good country. It's a great country. I think I'd like to keep it that way. And it doesn't mean that it stays the same. It just means that we actually have a country. We have rules. You can't just willy-nilly come in here and all of a sudden take away the resources and all that. I mean, we have limits to what we can and can't do. Nationalist means you love your country and believe in putting your own country first. See, that's how I saw it too, Echo, was that it just meant like, I believe in the concept of America first. Why would I not want to put my own family, my own country, my own self-interests first above everybody else's all over in other countries? They need to put their best interests and their local, it's just like in this country. We need to put our our self-interest into our local areas. I've never understood that. I love my country. I love my flag. I put my hand over my heart at the national anthem. I stand for the flag. I stand for my national anthem. Yes, I do. I cry. I cry at the fucking national anthem. And the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting through in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave. Gets me every fucking time. Men fought for this freedom. They fought for this country. And they died for it. And I can just picture it in my mind. I do. I see it in my mind. Our forefathers fighting through the night, the bombs going off. I mean, it's not the kind of bombs we have today, but the cannon fire and all that. And the sun comes up, and there's that flag still flying there, which meant we were still there. Man, you just can't make that shit up. What people fucking did for this, to make this country what it is. It's not perfect. But I believe in what they died for. I believe in freedom. Freedom for all of us. I truly believe in that. And it's worth fighting for. It's worth dying for. It's worth dying for. We should all be willing to die for this country and for our freedom. And we won't even live for it. Call me a sap for loving my flag and my country. But it means something to me to be an American. When I go out of this country, it means something to me to be American. I always felt a protection when I went out of country because I was American. Because I knew my country would help me get back. It's why I do what I do, because I love this country. And I hate to see everyone in my country, the infighting and the hatred and the fear that we all have of each other. And I hate to see what our politicians are doing. They're destroying our country. And I'm afraid we won't have it for very much longer. Yes, and you're right, Tricky Trixie. We have to start taking care of American and American interests. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. It's like telling your friend to take better care of herself. Take care of yourself, honey, because if you don't take care of yourself, you can't take care of other people. That's what we tell our friends. Go take care of yourself. Go do something for yourself because you got to take care of yourself so you can keep taking care of other people. Well, that's what I'm saying. Take care of this country. We can't help anybody if we don't take care of ourselves. It's not free. Freedom is not free. And a lot of people have given the ultimate price of their lives, their kids' lives. They've given their sons, their husbands up for our freedom. And how dare us so recklessly throw it away. And recklessly, without even a fucking word. Without even speaking up. Just let it fucking go. What a waste. What a waste. A waste of lives. Me and Echo have been going around here in Texas, and he's been showing me all kinds of shit. We go to old cemeteries, a lot of old cemeteries, and we see all these old markers and stuff where there's trails through here. There's old cemeteries from like the 1800s and all kinds of stuff, guys. Lots of older stuff of people that came through here. And it's just a big reminder to me of like the people who came. I can almost picture it because I'm out. Look at this. I'm out in the country, man. So look at this. Like I can picture the forefathers. I'm going to turn it around so you can see this shit. Let me see if I can figure out how to turn it around, damn it. Whoa, there we go. Okay, look at this. Our forefathers, man, can't you fucking picture our forefathers making their way along all this land here? Look at it, it's like wild, man. I'm gonna get out here so you can see. I mean, it's like nothing, right? Yeah, I think I just stepped in dog poop. Oh, gross. Grody. Okay, anyway, look at this. Look at that. Our forefathers had to get through this shit. I mean, but like, look at, I mean, I just think about it. Our forefathers just having to come across this Texas landscape that I fucking am always looking at. And we go through it and I'm going, how the hell, man, did they get through here on wagons, covered wagons? And look at that. They had to go through there with covered wagons. There was none of that shit. All done out. Like there were trees all over, and it wasn't just empty fields. These people did a lot, man. And they came here. Why did they come here? For freedom. For freedom, man. They wanted to be free. They were hard-ass people. A lot of the cemeteries we see, the people died when they were like 19 years old or something. The cleared grain field. Yeah, they were woods. I was watching Black Panther. I don't know if you guys have watched that or not. Black Panther. Rewatching it. And something struck me out of that. Wakanda had all this resources. And they were giving them, the guy was giving the king a hard time because he didn't use the resources to help other people the way that he wanted to, that were being oppressed and stuff, right? A good concept, right? Well, you got it. Why aren't you helping the other people that are oppressed? Why aren't you helping them and give them the weapons and stuff? And he realized, the new king realized that they had made a mistake. And it wasn't that they needed to just give it all away. It was that they needed to start helping in certain ways. It wasn't about just giving people weapons and free shit. It was about actually trying to help them and make change in ways that you can. Not just giving your shit away, but actually helping how you can. And that just kind of struck me, because I think of that with America. That's what we're supposed to do. When you have, you should give. And a country that is as great as America, we should be helping other countries, not colonizing, helping them to succeed. And then you don't have to have the refugees from there, right? I mean, you help other people. That's ingrained in us, that we are supposed to help. Not police. I'm not talking about policing. I'm talking about helping. People people seem to think that just giving people things also is helping. It is not always. Just giving people free shit is not helping, okay? That's a big thing our government likes to do, is just start giving free shit and free money away. That's not always what needs to be done. Most of the time, you need to teach people how to feed themselves. We made those mistakes. I'm going to point that out. We've made those mistakes. Like over in Africa, where they would have famines. And instead of just throwing grain at them, were some really good programs that actually give them and teach them how to raise like goats and chickens and just different things. So that, and like how to do better water systems. There's all different things that you can do that we can do to help. Social help. But willy-nilly letting them in your country to just have whatever they want is not the answer. Just saying. Man, our ancestors were some badasses. A lot of those people that we see at the grave sites are dead by 19 years old. That's pretty fucking crazy. And I did step in dog poop. I stepped in dog poop. I gotta go wash my tootsies. I'm not gonna show you. It's pretty gross. Hey! Hey, can you help me? I need the water. Out here, that water thing turned on. Dude, I stepped in dog poop. I need to wash my foot. The hose. How do you just turn it on? Like, where's the turn on thing? That's what I'm gonna need help with. Like how to turn it on. Not in your bare feet, though. Oh, I gotta put my charger on my phone or it's gonna die here. That's funny. Better put my charger on my phone or it's gonna die. Helping other countries. But we need to help our own first. Yes, give a hand up, but not give a hand up, not a hand out. Yes, yes, yes. Hand up, not out. Yeah. I do that in my own personal life too. I love to help people. I just love it. I love to give. It's been killing me lately that I don't have the ability like I used to. I'm the one that's always asking for things, where people are helping me out now. And it's hard to switch from that because I'm the person that's usually giving away. But the truth is if you don't have it to give, you can't really give it away too much, right? But still, One of the things I learned, because it's not all about money. You can give away all kinds of shit. Hugs, love, companionship. There's all kinds of shit. But a ride. But you have to discern too. And even as a country, we have to discern who we can help, who is best served by our help, and that we're actually helping the people who need it the most. And we're helping them up, not helping them just giving them a one-time thing. $11 million individuals living without legal status. I'm reading here. Businesses, plain normals, and 3/4 of U.S. adults. Okay, so there are ways around it, Sable, and I'm worried about driver's license. No, it's not just driver's licenses that I'm worried about. No. I've been bitching about all kinds of shit. No, I said they need to make it better. So listen, there are other things that we could do. We can do the work visas. We have to fix our immigration system. This country is we need immigrants. We need immigrants. We don't need undocumented, illegal. We need immigrants. That's what this country's about. Now, there are people who could come over. I know that there's a lot that people say about doing the day pass, the day or the work visas where they go across and stuff. Fix that. Fix it. It's not fixed by just letting people come over across the border illegally. Matter of fact, what it is doing to the people who come across illegally is in and of itself a human tragedy. Women and children being raped, coming across the border, dying. I mean, what the people go through to come across illegally in the first place is bad enough. Oh, back home, Wendy. Back home, that's the thing. They have been letting illegals work illegally with fake social security numbers for a very long time. And it used to be that our police were allowed and immigration, they came in and they would fine the companies. And you know what? They go through and they like swat them or whatever. They go through and get rid of all the, find out who was there that was illegal and all that. And if they didn't do anything with them, you know what? The company, they just went ahead and hired more. They didn't care. I knew people who did that in their own company, big boat company. If we have such a need, then why don't we have people come over? I mean, you can give work visas and such. We have to find a way. But just letting people come in illegally and just letting them into the country to go wherever and get whatever they want, no, that doesn't work. Thank you, Denise. Work visas, yeah. I am not anti-immigrant. We need immigrants. We need people to do stuff. You're right. There are jobs that fucking you can't pay. Americans don't want to pay as much, but they want for stuff, but they don't want to do that work either, whether it's in the fields or whatever. So yeah. So what's your solution, Siebel? What's your solution to the illegal population that's here? I think we got to fix that problem. And I don't mean just throw everybody back. That's not, because we're way past that. There are people that have lived here for a very long time, and they made a home here. We allowed them to make a home here. Yes, the industries would crumble without them. I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm saying that we've let them come here. We've made this problem, like with DACA and all that. We made this problem. And now we got to fix it. And it doesn't just mean throw everybody. I think there's ways, there's pathways to citizenship. And I think there's a lot of people that should be given that chance. Okay, but I really think we need to shore down on our border. We should not just be giving people driver's license, because illegal people driver's license and stuff. We can't just let that happen. That there's no solution. We're just fucked, huh? Well, okay, we're just fucked, huh? Well, I disagree. I think there are solutions. I don't have all the answers. I just think there are solutions. We may not like them. I won't agree with it all. You won't agree with it all, but we can figure something out. Just like it's if you don't figure it out and you just keep ignoring it. Look at DACA. They just keep ignoring this DACA. Take care of it. Let's figure something out. Some people are going to be upset. Some people aren't. Everybody's going to be upset. But let's get something done and then move on. But it's always just there. It's always there. It's always there. It's always there. It's always there. It's like the mistress, and the mistress in the marriage. She's always there. She's always there because we never talk about her. No, let's deal with it. Is the mistress staying or not? Let's figure it out. DACA is good. See, that's the thing. DACA, I said that earlier, that they're put in a very weird position, and we did that. We created that whole problem with DACA, and now we need to solve it. We need to figure it out. And there's some really good people that are here that work hard. You know what? The thing that makes my heart pitter patter the biggest, I'll tell you the truth, is seeing somebody who has come to our country from another country, and they've come here and they worked hard and they're so proud. They're so proud to be an American now, and they work hard for this country and they love this country. To me, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. They weren't residents, so not. Oh, you guys are talking about whether they pay taxes or not? Oh, poor little Sable. I've tried to talk to you. You shout at me. That's all you ever do is shout at me in those emails. Oh. That's illegal for the boss, not the employee's fault. Yes, it was illegal for the boss. Yes, absolutely. Yep. I was mad at them. Not at the illegal people. I was mad at the people who were hiring. You know what? When I was out protesting, I had signs that had my position on shit, and it had love immigrants, deport illegals. And I had this little Hispanic guy. I don't know where he's from, and he was broken English, had broken English. I was on his bicycle, and he rides up to me, and he goes, I looked at it, and he goes, no, you send me home. You send me home. Don't send me home. And I went up to him, and you know what? I talked to the man. I gave him a hug. I was like, I love you. I love him. I wasn't angry at that man. I didn't hate that man because he was in my country illegally, in my city illegally. I wasn't out to get him or to hurt him. I actually sat and talked to him, and I said, no, I love you. I do love you. Unfortunately, one of the people sorry, but from the Democrat side, the liberal side, about the illegals, ended up throwing something meant to hit me and actually hit the illegal alien with it. Hit the guy that was sitting there. Here we are talking, trying to be nice to each other and show some compassion and love to each other, and they threw a shake at him. It's not about hate. It's not about hating immigrants. It's not about hating the people that come over illegally. I don't hate them. I do not hate them. I don't even dislike them. I think that if I was put in a situation, I might do something like that. You know, put yourself in somebody else's shoes, what you would do to protect your children or to protect your family or yourself if you thought that you could come over, you know, and there's people who are lying to them and stuff. So I get it. I totally understand where they're coming from. Immigrants are a huge part of our population. They are not all criminals. Absolutely. Absolutely. It's disingenuous to say that everybody that crosses over, you say immigrants. See, there's a difference between immigration and illegal immigration. But either one are not all criminals. Oh, absolutely not. Now, are criminals getting in illegally? Yes. Yes, they are using this. It's stupid to think that bad people aren't sneaking across the border with the good people. If you saw a way in and you were a terrorist or you were somebody who was really bad, of course you would do it. Duh. No, you have not emailed me in months. No. You yelled at me all the time, though. You were always yelling at me. I wish we could. I would actually really like to have a conversation with you. I think that you probably have some really, really good insights and stuff, but sometimes you have, it's like a big, long yell at me, and it's like I feel like it's hard to sometimes just have back and forth. Who loves a Proud Boys shirt? Is that what this is supposed to be, a Proud Boys shirt? I wasn't aware, considering I didn't buy it from any Proud Boys. Most right extremists hate them. Well, first of all, I'm not right extremist. That's one of those labels. But no, man, I think that's disingenuous too. I gotta say, to say that everybody hates immigrants. I don't think they do. I don't think that they do. We all immigrated here. We're all immigrants. We are a nation of immigrants, literally a nation of immigrants. We're all come from immigrants. How can we say we hate immigrants? We hate ourselves? My one grandpa immigrated from Germany. His parents did, and he lived here without knowing. He had to learn English and stuff as a kid. And I remember hearing about his hard time that he had and stuff. You don't hate them, but you have been screaming about them. No, I have been screaming about them being let in the country and using the resources. Leslie, are you so full of hate yourself that you think that to be angry about a situation means that you hate the people? That just is so stupid. Yes, pissed off about the driver's license. I can be pissed off about that as much as I want. That doesn't mean that I hate the illegals that they're giving the driver's license to. If you want to talk about who I'm angry at, I'm not angry at the illegals. I'm angry at the politicians that are giving the illegals the driver's license. I just said, people, I totally get somebody coming here illegally. I get that. That doesn't mean I have to accept it or that I have to be happy about it. And it doesn't mean I hate them by any means. They're still people. You gave me your number. You never called back. Oh, did you? You gave me your number and I didn't call you. Oh, dear. Have you ever not yelled at me? I've gotten a lot of phone numbers that I haven't called. I was actually going to come visit you, remember? I just never got the chance to, girl. Maybe if it wasn't on this where you're trying to comment and shit, maybe we could actually sit down and have a real conversation. Yeah, we don't hate immigrants. We don't hate the illegals. I don't hate illegals at all. They're people. They're people. I actually sympathize with people who come over here illegally. I think it's actually really bad what we're doing to the illegals. I've sat and bawled over what we're doing to the illegal aliens come over here. I think it's horrible. The theater that we're putting these people through and sitting them on freezing lawns for political theater. I think that's horrible. What we're doing to these little girls having to, can you imagine being in such a tight spot that you are willing to let somebody take your daughter on a trip to another country where you know she's going to be raped? Or at least the possibility is so high that you give your small daughter birth control so she doesn't get pregnant on top of getting raped. And yet that's the best option for your family. Can you imagine being in that position? I mean, for real, we have to put it's a bad place to be. And there are people all over this world that are in those positions. So yes, we want to help these people. And I sympathize and I have sympathy for them. For the people, the illegal people that come, illegal people, they're not illegal people. The people that come over here illegally, I feel for them because there's reasons they're doing that. That doesn't mean I have to accept it. But I can still have compassion for people. I can still feel for people. It doesn't mean I hate them by any means. I would rather that we help them where they are to change their government systems so that they are better off in their own homes, so that they don't live in fear and in poverty and famine. Wouldn't that be nice? And I don't mean, again, throwing money. It's that hand help up. That's what we need to do, is start helping up these people. Where am I at? Texas. You're answering. Shannon Leslie. Oh, you're in Texas too? Yeah, Texas. I've thought of going down to the border and doing some live streaming. My take on it was probably going to be a little different than other people's that have gone down there. I haven't paid attention to most of the people that have gone down there and live stream. I kind of wanted to talk to the people that live on the border, the ranchers, and what they're going through, because I've heard some stuff out, seen some documentary kind of like videos and stuff of people who live on these on the border there, and they have ranches and stuff, and then what they have to go through. I mean, like, they have to carry weapons because they could have coyotes and people coming across their land and stuff. They're in danger. The sheriffs there that are putting out calls because they've only got, like, their little county sheriffs. They got all the, look at Texas. I mean, look at this fucking land. You don't even see another house, right? No house within sight. They have to drive way out. So you only got a few sheriffs. And now you've got these big problems because of the illegal immigration coming over. Yeah, the children are being raped at the border. Yes, on the trip over, at the border. Yes, the children are being raped. That's not a good thing, ever. Duh. We have to start doing better. We have to start doing better. All the way around. So many mentally, developmentally disabled are getting massively abused in facilities. Seniors are getting abused and dying. Guess what, guys? All systems are broken. But if talking about for hours on a live helps you, good. You're here. Are you here just to be bitchy or what? You just here to troll around a little bit? If you've actually listened to me, you would know that I very much care about the mentally disabled being abused in facilities, the seniors being abused in facilities. It's another thing that I've been wanting to really get into. But right now, this is what I'm talking about. You know, it's not a one-trick pony. I've always wondered that too, Echo. Why? And that's what I say. We need to help people fix their own countries. And I don't mean we go in and tell them how to do it, but help them to stand for themselves and to fix their, you know, if it's broken, if you're famine and it's disastrous, your country is so disastrous you can't live there, fix it. Fix it. That's what we had to do. That's what we have to do right now is fix ours. Concentrate on voting. Yeah, I've said that. Voting, yes, we do, but they steal our vote before we even get it. I went over that. Yeah, when the voting system is so broken. Yeah, we do need to fix our voting system. And that is not just a Republican thing. That is both Republicans and Democrats. The Democrats have been bitching about fucking, about fraud, voting fraud. When they lose, been bitching about it. Now Republicans are bitching about it. Nobody trusts the voting system anymore. I should say nobody. A lot of people don't trust the voting system anymore. And I personally have seen where both the Democrats and the Republicans take out the grassroots people. So yes, we have to vote. That is so damn important. But God dang it, you got to fix the system, the voting system, or your vote is senseless. No, Benny. Remove every Democrat. No. Nope. The Republicans are screwing us. You gotta listen to the beginning. The Republicans are the ones that are giving the illegals driver's license. The Republicans sold you all out a long time ago. Well, we got to start somewhere, Sable. We got to start somewhere. It's kind of like when I was doing 76 and doing my protest at 76. They kept throwing at me. Well, go after that. Go after that pedophile. Well, you know, there's problems over here. Woohoo. There's problems there. There's problems there. Yeah, there are. But I'm looking at that problem. And that's the problem that I'm going to deal with. And that's what we all got to do. We all got to pick our little problems, as many of them as we can deal with. We can't deal with all of them, but we deal with what we can. And I'm speaking out about the problems that I see and that I think that we can actually make a difference on. And I don't think Democrats are the problem. The Democrats are not the problem. The Republicans are not the problem. It's both. They're both the problem. They're both the problem. And it's the ones that are the big money politicians that are the problem. They have sold us out. It's true, Sable. I'm not, It is not the Democrats. It about killed me every time I would, when I was protesting against 76, and I would have somebody pull up and say, what's going on? You know, I got a sign that says that they let pedophiles live with kids and stuff. They go, what's going on? And I'd tell them about this group, and they'd say, oh, those Democrats, they must be Democrats. And I'm like, nope. Remember everything you thought about Democrats? I said, it's Republicans. Just switch the party. They were like, huh? Shocked. You mean Republicans let pedophiles live with kids? I thought the pedo pushers are the fucking Democrats. Yeah. No, sir. No, sir. Not true. It's not about party, guys. We try to do that to each other. Oh, you are the pedophile party, or you're the this, or you're the... No, it's not one party. It's not. And that's how they keep us fighting each other instead of looking at the politicians and taking care of them and taking care of it, because they won't take care of the issues. Neither side really wants to take care of the issues. They want us to keep fighting each other. I absolutely believe that. Never trust a politician. Yep. People trusting the government is the problem. Yes, Leah. Very true. That's the thing. I used to be like that. And I think most people were. We believed that if we went out and voted, and we voted in the guy that was closest to what we wanted done, he would serve us in our best interest. Okay? We're learning that's not true. It's not true. They do not care about our best interests. As a matter of fact, both parties have something going, a little theater. They have political theater going on, tit for tatting, and they have a little game they play where they promise us one thing and they pretend to fight. Ooh. It's just a show. It's just a show. They don't want to solve anything. They don't want to really solve anything. They want to keep us all fighting each other so they can keep their jobs. If they just need to solve the problems, but they can't even talk to each other. They make it into this game and get us all thinking, well, that side hates that, and that side's hateful. And pretty soon we all think each other's hateful and we hate each other, and then we can't talk about shit. I have always questioned if you are really changed from far right. I'm happy. Sable, let me tell you something. As much shit as I get from the left, I get from the right. My stand against 1776 restoration movement and standing with people from the left got me a lot of shit. Yes. Got me a lot of shit from the right. And it did. It opened my eyes to a lot of stuff. And I'm willing to stand and stand for the shit that I've learned and to bring forward the stories from the left, people that I've talked to and the things that I've learned. And I get shit for it because I don't speak up for the Christian, conservative, far right. They only like me when I speak up for their issue. The minute I speak something different, I get fucking bashed, okay? But I'll take it. I'll take it from the right just like I took it from the left. Because I'm not a party, damn it. I'm not a party. I'm an American. You voted for Beto? Or I saw Beto when he was here, Benny. I actually went, one of my lives, I went to his, I can't remember what he was doing. It was like he was talking to people and stuff. And there was a protest outside. That's a good question. Does believing in a strong border and a nation's sovereignty make one far right? I don't really know what the definition of far right is. It seems to like it's changed a little. It seems like conservative Conservative Republicans seems to be like far right now too, supposedly. I don't, sometimes we change, we keep changing the meanings of things. The Great Reset. Yes, Sterling. I hope everybody knows about the one world order. I mean, to think that we're not going through something where the Great Reset and the one world order, it's not just bullshit. Bye, Wendy. See, I think AOC is one of those extremists too, though. She's just a left extremist. And so then I don't like AOC either because of she's very extreme too. But then I don't like Marjorie Taylor Greene either. I think they're two peas. Marjorie Taylor Greene and AOC are two peas in different pods. One's in the Democrat pod and one's in the Republican pod. I watch them tit for tat and do stupid little videos and shit. They're politicians. Go in and fix something. You want the border closed and most sent back. I don't, you say the border closed. I want our border protected, if that's what you mean by closed. I don't want a closed border, as in nobody can ever get in. But like, I think that's what you're saying, is that you want the border protected and most of the people that are here illegally sent back. I don't think you're ever going to get that. I'll be honest. I think I used to be close or protect the border, build the border wall, whatever. That's what I was. I was like, do that and then send all the illegals back. Well, I changed. I did change. And for me, I was like, you know what? I see, like I said with the DACA and all this, I really see where we can and we need to give people a chance to pathway to citizenship that are already here for so many years. I mean, there's ways to fix things. There really is. Nobody will be happy. Nobody will be happy, which is probably means that we're doing the right thing if neither side's happy. But there are ways to fix this shit and not just tear everybody apart and everything. Fix what the problem we've already caused. Like Shannon said, or I'm sorry, what'd you call yourself? Sable. Like Sable said, there's already 11 million. Yes, there's already so many here. And I really think that the people who have been here for years and have made lives here and they're contributing to our country and stuff, I see no problem with giving them pathways to citizenship. I really don't. I think that's what's going to need to happen. That we need to take care of the DACA situation. We need to, same thing. We need to fix it. Not just throw them back. We need to fix it. And we need to create, these people are already here. They are contributing. Let's get it going. Okay. But at the same time, we need to get our border and our border system so that the flow in of illegal stops. We need to stop the flow in, deal with what we've got, fix it, and go on. And you have to fix the ways in. You have to make the immigration system better. At the same time, it's not a one-trick pony. Again, it's not a one-solution problem. There's a lot of solutions to the same problem. And you need a lot more than just one. You can't just have a strong border. You need a strong border. You need to fix what's already been broken with the people who are here illegally living. You need to fix the DACA. You need to fix all the loopholes. You need to fix our immigration system so it works better for people coming in, make it so that it's easier and we can help more people. But they're too busy fighting over whether a wall is immoral or not to do anything. Do you know how disappointed I was that Trump, Pelosi, and Schumer could not even sit down and talk about the border? That we devolved to that a border is illegal or is immoral. It is not immoral to have a border. But we're too busy fighting over the morality of a border. Fix the shit. Far right is just a term created by the left. No, there really is a far right, far right, and there's a far left. Far right and far left. I consider like far right. See, to me, I would think far right would be like the Nazis and the white supremacists. I mean the guy like the KKK and shit, like the real extreme white supremacist stuff. I don't consider what probably the people from the left consider far right to be far right. The WF has intentionally destroyed our economy. Well, Sterling, I'm going to say this. I don't think our president is awake enough to even know what the fuck is going on. He's not even in the same country as us right now. I don't even think he's on the same earth as us. He's over there shaking hands with people in corners. Whoops. Oh, is there really a person here? Where am I at, guys? Can somebody please tell me where to go, what to do, what to say? That's not leading our country. No. If you think Biden's in charge of this country, you are sorely mistaken. That man's not in charge of his own bathroom schedule. No. He eats pudding in the background with somebody feeding him. No. That man's not in charge of our country. You know who's in charge of our country? Nobody even living in it. Controls our government. Sick. Benny, too bad the Rio Grande doesn't have alligators. Dude, that's bad. That's mean. We don't want people. Let's be serious. I laugh because it's kind of funny to think that would deter people because you wouldn't get in there with the alligators there. But honestly, though, that's another thing. People are willing to go across the Rio Grande and drown just to get across and get into our country. That's how great our country really is. That people are willing to put their lives on the line and go through the fucking Rio Grande. Alligators or not, they're willing to go through the Rio Grande to get what we have. And we should be proud of what we have, and we should try to help other people to get what we have, whether it's in their country or whether it's here when we can. Yes, he's a puppet. Yep. Sable, yeah, no, this administration is not fully responsible for everything. No. They are a big part of it, though. I don't like Trump anymore either. I was disillusioned a little. I told you before. I think that he's playing a game too, so that's me. Oh, the GOP is busing them in. Yeah, that's what I said. They've been busing them right fucking into the country, over into what? Whose house did they send them to? Was it the Kamala? Something like that. Yes, she would. Yeah, they did. They did encourage people to come here. When I say this isn't all their fault, but they are encouraging it. Biden, and Kamala, and the whole administration, they are the administration against the border. They are, to me, they're the administration of open borders. And they were the ones that were against the border wall. They're against actually shoring up the border at all, which there's nothing illegal about that. There's nothing wrong with that. Yeah. Human trafficking. Yeah. I actually met a lady when I was protesting. And I got to talk to her, and she said that she was mad at Trump because Trump put her son, what she said, in a cage. She goes, my son got put in one of those cages because she's an American citizen, and she goes back to Mexico because she had family there. And so she would go back and visit her family like once a year or whatever, or twice a year. And her son, who had, I think he was autistic, if I remember right, but he had some kind of disability like that. And they went across the border. And when they tried to get back, they thought they were coming across illegally for some reason. And they got separated, and her son got put in, she said a cage, okay? She said one of Trump's cages. Now, I don't know what that means, okay? I don't know. I'm still, this whole cage thing. I've seen where kids are put in, not like a dog cage, but like in like a prison-y thing is what they're talking about. Something with bars, you know? And so I tried to talk to her. I started to talk to her about it, but she ended up having to leave. She was looking for the Democrat Party. It was around voting time, and she was going down there to vote. And I helped her. I told her where it was. But she was somebody I would have liked to have had more conversation with, to get more of her take on that, you know, with her having going back and forth, like different things that we could do to change, and not have that kind of thing happen anymore. Yeah, Obama did cages too. That's why I say we start talking about cages and you picture a dog cage or something, you know. Come on now. Correct me if I'm wrong. I have yet to see anything where kids have just been thrown into little cages. Now, I'm not saying everything's great. I'm just saying. Thank you, Peace. Hi, sweetie. Yes, Katrina. And when I will say, when Trump was in office, he did try to do stuff with the border. He tried to do with the border wall and all that, and he was met with very strong opposition. And I didn't understand that. Why? To me, it was like a no-brainer that the border, you want a strong border? Strong borders make strong countries. You can't have a strong country and not have strong borders. You just can't. Hand pinky waving? What's that? Hand pinky waving? I don't know what that means. I just want to encourage you guys, start getting involved. You don't have to go down to the border. What you have to do is start getting a hold of your local officials. Get a hold of your local officials. Let them know what you expect from them. They should know. Whether it's through email, phone calls, written letters, going to the meetings and speaking to them. You can get a hold of your local officials and ask them to coffee, and they'll go to coffee with you. Yeah, your county councilman, your county commissioners, your mayor, all of them. You need to get to know these people. You should know who your police chiefs are, who your sheriffs are. I mean, Benny, you're going to burn hay? What the hell does that mean? Got to get involved. If you don't get involved locally, see, you can't do much. I think most people feel like they can't do anything and they feel impotent. They've got all this upset and they don't know what to do. And I'm afraid that if people don't start getting involved, that it's going to all explode because we don't talk. You know, you can have strong opinions and still be able to get or to talk to politicians. You can still get your point across and you may not always get your way, but you'll get your point across. And that's all you got to do. And if enough people feel like you, then the way it's supposed to work in democracy, right, is that the majority, they should be figuring out what the majority of their constituents want. But if you don't tell them, they won't know. And then they do whatever the fuck they want. So you gotta oh. Weed, okay. Burn some hay. yeah, that might be for me too. I might need to burn some too. Some hay. It's a money pit. The whole country is a border. Not just the southern part. I've heard, Chihuahua Files, I've heard that the northern border is actually becoming a huge issue for people coming in illegally. Has anybody else heard that about the northern border becoming up in the Canada area? What you say, New York? Yeah. I've heard that they've been catching some. I don't know if they're domestic terrorists or what, but there's been more and more problems through the northern too. I'm not gonna lie, there were a couple live streamers that were down at the border that went into Mexico the other day, yesterday, that I was kind of hoping might try to pull the, I'm not showing my ID to you, when they tried to get back into America, and see how that one went. I won't name any names. But they were screaming on the way into Mexico, so I thought, well, wouldn't it be funny if they treated those Mexican police the same way they treat the American police? Then they'd be grifting to get their asses out of Mexican jail. You're conservative, not Republican. It only means you advocate low taxes, free markets, deregulation, privatization, and reduce government spending and government debt. Your eyes looking rough. Yes, they looking rough. I guess I've been rubbing on them and I cried my makeup off. Yeah, I always considered myself conservative. Not Republican, just more conservative. Because I believed in borders. I was always more pro-life than pro-choice. Again, that's a spectrum. For me, it's a spectrum. It's not all one or end things. I kind of am in the middle, but I always kind of chose more one side. Trying to think. There was just a bunch of different issues, you know. I'm not Christian, but I don't think you got to be Christian to have conservative kind of values, you know. But I don't fit into that conservative box all the way because there's things that I don't agree with them on. That's true, Silver Mist. Yeah, no, I'm glad there's live streamers. There's just two of them down there that were... Sorry. Yeah. They're not trying to show you what's really going on. But anyway, there have been people that have gone down and shown us what's really going on. And I've thought about going down, but like I said, it's a little bit different take than what other people are trying to show. Oh, do we, Leah? I wasn't sure about that. I haven't been paying too much attention to the whole vax thing coming back and forth on the northern border, whether that was still going on or not. Ooh, Benny. Oh, that's horrible. Ugh. Dude, that's nasty. Yeah, that cartel shit going on. That's it. That's what I was wanting to... was going down and meeting some of the ranchers down there on the border because they have to deal with cartel and the cartel and the coyotes and everything going across their land. You imagine you got a lot of land, you know. I like living on this ranch here, you know. You got all this ranch land and all of a sudden you have people with a bunch of guns and stuff coming across through your yard and through your pastures and stuff while you're out feeding your cows and your families out there. And so, you know, I mean, it gets very dangerous for the people living there. Very dangerous. And I would like to talk to see what's going on with those people. What's going on with the Americans that live there? Not so much to try to catch people coming over the border or whatever. I just want to see what's going on with the people that live there, the communities that live there, how they're dealing with this. Because I'm from Indiana, where the people there, they don't have access to see the border really, except for what is shown. But we see the results of it because that's where the illegal population comes to get the jobs. They come there to get the jobs. Goshen, Indiana. We've actually, it's a big story, and it's always been there, going around in Goshen, is that they have found maps that show you how, at the border, in the little tunnels, they found maps that show people how to get to Goshen, Indiana for jobs. Yes, I saw him there too. I've seen quite a few live streamers there. I don't pay too much attention to them because I've already seen what's happened as far as like the illegals, and I've had other things. When you live stream and you're an activist, you can't always watch every other live streamer and activist. But I try to kind of keep my ear to the ground, on Twitter and stuff. I didn't watch Taco. I didn't watch Cookie. I didn't even watch X-Ray. I catch a little bit here and there of people, but it would help to speak Spanish. That's one of the things. I don't speak Spanish. So for me to try to go and talk to people who speak Spanish only would be kind of senseless. So I figured I'd try to show a little bit different angle. If they weren't driving on the road, we wouldn't have that problem. So we don't reward the bad behavior. You get rid of the bad behavior. Dr. Jill handing out tacos. I could use a taco right now. I had barbecue today. Actually, that was pretty good. I got my first taste of barbecue today since I got back here. Get my shoe on. They're better vaccinated than the average American. I don't know. I don't know about that, about whether they're better vaccinated or whatever. You mean crossing, are you talking about like legal crossing are better vaccinated? I think it's sick that these people get there too. I think they're misled. I think a lot of people are misled and being told that we're just letting them in, and then they come up here. And they come up here under false pretenses that they're just going to be let in. And then they get stuck. Can you imagine making that whole journey and then getting stuck? I mean, there's a lot of people that are stuck because of other people's bad behaviors, not of their own, because they thought that they would make that journey, that long journey, and that they paid these coyotes or whatever to people to get them there. And then they're stuck there and they're living. I have seen some live streamers, not recently, but when the caravans were coming in and stuff, and the squalid living conditions of the people who were just stuck over in Mexico and couldn't even get over. I mean, that's bad living conditions. It was pretty bad. Just for living in the people's convoy, it gives you an idea of what it's like to live with a big group of people with a couple bathrooms or no bathrooms or no way to clean yourself and all that. It gives you a different perspective on that. And then these people are there and they're just living like it was bad. And people shouldn't be put through that. You read a study about it. Every country south of us has much higher much higher. I wonder why. I don't know why that would be, but am I an atheist? No atheism. Nope. I consider myself, if I have to have a title, it's an agnostic. I used to be a Christian, and now I am not. But I still hold that there's something. I just don't know what it is. There's something out there. I believe there's something that created this. I don't know who or what it is. Yeah, if you have to pay something. Yeah, They know that they're doing something illegal. I don't think that they think it's going to be legal. I think they just think they're going to get away with it. Like they're being told, hey, we'll get you in and we'll find... They're being told that they have lawyers and stuff now that are trying to help the illegals get in and stay in. And so you've got a lot of lawyers now that are helping them too. And so they're being encouraged and told that, hey, we'll get you, you know. That's why. And like I've said before, you put yourself in the situation where it's bad enough that you would send your daughter to, when you know that she might possibly be raped because it's still better for her. That means that it's really bad where you're at. So whether it's illegal or not, I'm sure that if I was in that situation, I would try to cross into another country illegally if I had to. So I'm not trying to degrade the people who are trying to come here. I'm not even mad at them. I'm mad at the people that are just letting them in and just go anywhere they want in the country and they just get to go. And giving them driver's licenses and food stamps and all this other shit. No. This is where you're an atheist, swear to God. Hand to God, I'm an atheist, huh? That's funny. No. What you think, Shadow? Well, I've been chit-chatting for 2 hours. I just got upset about this because it's like, seriously, guys, we are not going to have a country if we don't figure this shit out. And I am not advocating for just close the borders and throw everybody out. I am not. This is not we hate immigrants. No. We love immigrants. Our country is a country. We're immigrants here, and we become citizens, and we want more people to do that, and we want to help people, but we got to do it the right way. We can't destroy our country because that's what people are coming here for. We can't destroy what they're coming here for. So that's what I think. Oh, I didn't know that, Jim. Pan American Health Organization. Vaccinations. That is important. Especially like in third world countries where maybe how do I say this? The sewer systems and just it's not as maybe as regulated or as good as ours is in the more modern world, you know. It is important, especially that they are able to get those vaccinations. It could really, really be life-changing so that the children are not dying of diseases that they don't have to die from, that we very easily can stop. Katrina, why did my comment disappear about the semi of drugs? I don't know, Katrina. We didn't take it out to my knowledge. My mods don't usually get rid of people's comments unless it's something really bad. So for some reason, YouTube has been doing a lot of its own. It takes out comments. So if you try to put a comment in, try to reword it. It might be one of the wording or something of it. I know they've been doing a lot of taking stuff out. What'd you say? YouTube does the majority. Yeah, okay. Yeah. So the mods did take it out. It was YouTube that got you. I don't know why. I go through sometimes and they take out just, it's like certain words or something or phrases. They just take them out. What part of Texas? Northern Texas. Over near the Dallas, Fort Worth area is where I'm at right now. Man, the sun is changing. I gotta switch positions here. There we go. Go that way. There, now I can see it again. it's beautiful out here. It's like 78 degrees here today. It's supposed to get up to 78. It's nice. Look at this. Not even short sleeves, you guys. It's nice in Texas today. It's supposed to get back down to 50 something, but it's nice today. It's a little windy, a little bit windy. Yes, Jim, we have to revamp the immigration laws so there are no preferences. Everybody is equal. Yes, I like that. Yeah, we really have to revamp the immigration, the whole thing. It needs work. It needs a lot of work. I don't have all the answers by any means, but I know that they need to sit down and fix it. They need to sit down and fix it because we need to be able to make it easier to get in legally and to help more people. We need to help as many as we can, for sure. Got that damn sun now. The sun's amazing. Oh, you were saying that, okay, illegals arrested in Ohio. Are you, let me get my other thing here. Entire truck full, would you say semi? In Ohio for semi full of about 30. You mean they were arrested in Ohio? Not that they had the drugs, but that they were in a semi that had drugs and illegals in it. They were like bringing them in, or Katrina, can you tell me? Was it they were bringing the drugs in, or they were bringing drugs and illegals in, and they just caught the illegals in the semi with the drugs? Is that right? It's supposed to be freezing Friday. Because that's another thing I've seen where illegals are in people are trying to transport them, and they're putting people like in these hot ass back of like trucks and all this other shit, and just in bad conditions to get them across. And then sometimes they die in there. I mean, like nobody knows or nobody even knows about it when people die because they're here illegally and we don't even know about it. It's horrible. It took 3 times off anyway. 30 arrested and not from the U.S. Took it 3 times off anyway. 30 arrested. Not from the U.S. You have a beach house. A lot of Chinese are immigrating because of the law. If you invest $500. Oh, really? They get instant citizenship. Over here in Texas, I saw, and it just came down through my news feed. I didn't sit and look into it real close yet, but that here in Texas, Governor Abbott is they're talking about, I don't know if he already did it or he was talking about it, signing in that, so the Chinese can't buy land here. I know there was a protest. There was a protest over it because it's to stop China. China's been buying up land all over the country, and they've been buying up land in Texas. And so now Texas is fighting back, and they don't want China coming over and buying the land. So I heard that there was a protest for the Chinese. Some Chinese people were protesting against it. But again, I don't know too much about that, I'll be honest. Okay, they were bringing the drugs. Okay, that's what I was trying to figure out, yeah. Wow. We're in a wheelchair. I'm not impressed with Governor Abbott either. No, he's a theater. Governor Abbott is a See, I keep missing that word. I keep losing the word. But he is a... I'm trying to think. I always want to say institutional. He's bought and paid for. He's bought and paid for. He's a piece of shit. He's plays games. Political games, political theater, so that people feel like he's doing something to help them instead of fucking really doing something to help. He's part of the problem. He's just on the Republican side. Puerto Rico and the American Virgin Asians come by boat, and then it's just a domestic flight to the mainland. Yeah, the southern border is not the only border. We all got kind of focused on the southern border because of when Trump got in and the whole building the wall, and we had caravans coming up, and we started to have caravans of people coming through. And to me, that's when it really focused on that border. Now, the Canadian border up there, we never hear much about that. We don't hear about people caravanning through Canada, but it's starting to happen. I'm starting to hear more and more about it. I'd rather have Beto. No, I did not say that, Benny. I did not say that. Hell no. I did not say I'd rather have Beto. No, I'm just saying that, see, that's putting me in a either or. Just because I say one, I don't like one, doesn't mean I like the other. I didn't say that. What I'm saying is, oh, can you put that in there? Can you tag that in here, hun? I'd appreciate that if you could put that in here. We found the Katrina. Is that Katrina that was telling us that? Yes, Katrina. I think we found the link to the article you're talking about. Thank you. Peace, love. Yeah, Benny, don't you say that now, damn it. Don't you put me in an either or. Just because I don't like one doesn't mean that I like the other or want the other one. And what I'm saying is recognize that there's two evils. And you just got one that's not as evil as the other, in my opinion. When I say evil, I don't mean evil. I mean, like, they're not serving you, dude. He's not serving you. And it is just my opinion. You're trying to buy a bunch of land by... That's what I heard is being fought against. Oh, a bunch of land by our military bases. I don't know. I've heard that like China is buying a lot of property in the United States, and I know Texas is fighting back on that. That I don't know too much about it to really like sit and tell you all the details. Something I kind of heard. Can you guys see that? Peace put that up. Can you see the link on there? They get them in Cleveland too. I got to get my voting registration done up over here. I got my change of address, but I haven't, well, I might have changed my voting. I tried to change my voter registration card online too. I'm not very good at online stuff. I'm gonna have to go in and talk. What's that link for? Should be the link to... That should be the link to the Cleveland drug seized arrests. Okay, so that's one of the, okay. As you said, they were in Ohio, right? That might be. Well, I've been on for a while talking about this, and I appreciate you guys listening to me. I know I ranted for a while. I'm very passionate about what I feel, and I love my country. I really believe in strong borders. I believe in a strong immigration system. Okay, not just strong borders. I believe in a strong immigration system. I believe that a strong, healthy immigration system makes our country so strong. Just the same as the border, strong country. And we have to get this under control. And so y'all, you got to start speaking up. If you feel like I do, even if you don't feel like I do, I encourage you to always talk to your local politicians and start letting them know what you mean. I hear a lot of, this is what democracy looks like. Well, this is what democracy looks like, is having your voice heard, right? And letting your representatives know what you want them, how you want them to vote, and what you want them to do. So I just encourage you all and start speaking up, because we're not going to have a country if we don't. And I love this country. So bless y'all. Peace. And have a good day. Love ya.